OpenClaw is one of those tools that took the internet by surprise this year. Big consulting firms started using it for client research. Marketing teams are running it as a junior analyst. There are stories on Reddit of solo founders replacing 3 different SaaS subscriptions with a single OpenClaw setup. Also, you can find threads where people show it pulling reports, drafting emails, watching markets, and writing code, all from one chat window. But here is the part nobody really talks about. Setting OpenClaw up the normal way is a nightmare for beginners. You need to rent a server. You need to install dependencies. You need to deal with environment variables, API keys, port forwarding, security patches. And the moment something breaks at 2 a.m., you are sitting there with 14 browser tabs open, wondering why you ever started. I have seen people give up after 2 days and just go back to using regular chatbots. So today I want to show you the easiest fix I have found for this. It is called MyClaw.ai, and it basically gives you a fully running OpenClaw instance in about 2 minutes. No servers, no setup, no broken installs. Alright, so let me show you what this looks like. The home page is pretty clean. We can click the button that says Run OpenClaw. I click that, I make an account, and after setting up my plan and API keys, it drops me into a dashboard. This is where everything lives. The first thing I noticed is that the chat interface looks exactly like OpenClaw. Same flow, same feel, nothing weird or stripped down. So if you have used OpenClaw before, you are not learning a new product. You are just using the same tool without the setup pain. One thing worth mentioning here is that this is not a shared instance. The OpenClaw running for me is fully isolated. My data, my memory, my skills, my chat history, none of it is sitting in some shared pool with other users. That matters a lot if you are using this for client work or anything sensitive. I have talked to a few people on Reddit who avoided managed AI tools for exactly this reason, and this setup actually solves that. On the side, I have a usage tab. This shows me how many tokens I burned today, how much I spent this month, and a full breakdown by model. Now here is the part I really like. There is an AI settings tab where you can choose how to connect. You can use the MyClaw API directly, or you can plug in your own API keys. They support Gemini, Anthropic, OpenAI, Kimi, Minimax, and a few more. The pricing for each model is shown right there, no hidden math. You can also set a monthly spending limit, which means no surprise bills at the end of the month. That alone is worth a lot if you have ever woken up to a $400 API charge. You can switch models on the fly too. So when I am doing heavy code work, I might use Claude Opus 4.6. But for normal everyday tasks, I drop down to something like Gemini 3 Flash or Minimax M2.5 because they are way cheaper and still solid. This kind of flexibility is something most managed AI tools just do not give you. The other thing I appreciate about MyClaw is that the platform itself stays out of your way. Updates happen in the background. Security patches are handled. If a new OpenClaw version drops, you do not have to redeploy anything. You just open the dashboard and the new version is there. For someone like me who does not want to babysit a server, that is the whole pitch. So there are 3 small things I want you to do the moment your account is ready. First, give your OpenClaw a name and a personality. Sounds silly, but it actually changes how it talks to you. Second, turn on memory. This is the difference between a tool that forgets you every morning and one that actually learns how you work. Third, go into the skills section and pick the ones that match your job. There are more than 50 already built in. You can add your own too. The skills part is honestly underrated. Each skill is basically a packaged set of instructions that turns your OpenClaw into a specialist for a specific job. So if you are a lawyer, you can install a contract review skill. If you are in marketing, you can install one for ad analysis or competitor research. If you are a researcher, you can install one for literature reviews. You are not building this stuff from scratch. You are just picking the ones that match your role and your OpenClaw shows up ready. There is also a section for cron jobs. These are scheduled tasks. So your OpenClaw can run things at 8 a.m. every Monday, or every 30 minutes, or once a week. This is how you turn it from a chatbot into a real assistant that works while you sleep. And one more thing I want to point out before we move on. During onboarding, you can connect your OpenClaw to Telegram or WhatsApp. So instead of having to log into a dashboard every time you want to use it, you just message it like you would message a friend. You can forward it an email and ask for a summary. You can send it a screenshot and ask it to extract data. You can ask it questions while you are on the train. This is the part that actually changed how often I use AI in my day. When it lives in the same app as your team chats, you reach for it 10 times more. Now let me get into the Google Ads stuff because this is where it gets interesting for anyone running paid campaigns. Most marketers I know spend about 1 hour every morning just checking dashboards. Spend, conversions, cost per click, weird spikes, dead ad sets. It is brain-dead work, but you cannot skip it. So I wanted to see if I could hand all of that to my OpenClaw instance. The first thing I did was connect my Google Ads account, or I can pick a skill from the Claw Hub to connect with my account. Then I asked the first real question. How much have I spent last month on all campaigns? And it pulled the number, broke it down by campaign, and even flagged the 2 campaigns where my cost per click jumped more than 30% overnight. That is the kind of thing I would have missed in a normal dashboard scan. Then I went deeper. I said, okay, give me total spend, broken down by campaign type, and tell me which campaigns are wasting money. And it pulled the report, sorted everything by return on ad spend, and gave me a short list of 4 ad groups where I was spending money with basically 0 conversions. It even suggested pausing them and explained why. It did not just dump numbers. It actually reasoned through the data, which is the part most reporting tools cannot do. Now here is where it gets really useful. I set up a cron job. I told it every morning at 7 a.m. Send me a summary of yesterday's ad performance. Total spend, top performing campaign, worst performing campaign, any anomalies, and then send it to me on Telegram. So now I wake up, I open my phone, and there is a clean little report waiting for me before I even have coffee. I do not log into Google Ads anymore for the daily check. The check comes to me. One more I want to show you. I told it, monitor my Google Ads account every 2 hours. If any campaign's daily spend is more than 50% above average, alert me on Telegram. So now if a campaign goes rogue at 3 a.m., I get a message before it burns half my budget. That alert system alone has saved me real money. And the same thing works for so many other parts of your business. You can have it monitor your website uptime. You can have it track competitor pricing pages every morning. You can have it watch a specific X account and summarize new posts. You can point it at your inbox and get a triaged summary of what actually matters. You can give it your YouTube channel data and have it suggest video ideas based on which topics are growing. The pattern is always the same. You set it up once, you write the cron job, and then you stop thinking about it. Your AI becomes a system that reports to you instead of a tool you have to remember to open. The reason I think this matters right now is timing. OpenClaw is moving fast. New skills are getting added almost every week. New models keep coming out. And the people who have a working setup today are the ones who will compound an advantage over the next 12 months. The people still trying to install it on a Linux server are going to fall behind. This is the easiest on-ramp I have found, and the fact that it takes 2 minutes is honestly hard to argue with. If you want to try it yourself, the link is in the pinned comment and the description. Try a few of the cron jobs I showed you. See what your day looks like when the boring stuff just runs itself. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.